Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got second hit this time around in the fourth competition, so you can see really a huge gap between myself and the first place. Of course, I must say that after even getting that legendary train, getting the 100 EP, it's not possible to win. Something's not really right. So I believe the person, Sunny Boys, is basically having a lot of those jobs that give high EP, or either he's just a gem spender. So that doesn't really bother me because I've already gotten that legendary train of 1000 event coin. So what I'm really thinking about is really that 4000 event keys legendary. And of course, the huge difference is we do not use any Union Dollars gems or any parts of that we have for upgrading and whatnot, because it's no longer necessary, because this is the fourth competition. As I said again, fourth to sixth competition, I will not spend any of those precious commodity, but rather to save them for the next long events. As usual, I will only focus in the first three competition, which are the easiest, and of course the ones that is the highest value in getting those commodities spent. So in terms of items that have been asked for during this competition, I also realized there's a lot of demand for non-event items. So I have all the event items standby, but it's never been asked upon. So I think sometimes Pixel tends to have an algo behind the scene, able to identify the number of the items that you have in your warehouse. I'm not going to ask for those. So that's how painful it is sometimes, having a smart developer in trying to frustrate you easily. So as I said, that doesn't really bother me because we already gotten 3 wins. But I think really what really bothering me is the small amount of event keys for each of the jobs done. So that is really painful because having to save 4000 event keys is a long time if you only get to earn like 10-20 keys at a go. And the demand for the delivery itself is really high, so that's really painful. Thanks to the fact that we really gotten some good trains, and of course with that good trains we could finish jobs. But again, demands are high in terms of the items being asked for to deliver, the total number I'm talking about, which makes things a bit frustrating. Warehouse space is always concerned, and I believe someone has already mentioned, why not just increase the warehouse spaces? Yes, just give it a bit lazy to lay out all the buildings in the map so that we can have that assessment of whether warehouse could be upgraded. But probably I'll do that later on. Back to this, currently there's this Tetris challenge. Not too bad, I would say. It gives a bit extras in terms of rewards, and I think end of the day is really how you view this. Is this relevant or not? But that doesn't really matter because really after the rewards, although is for those pay to win, is another avenue to squeeze money out of their pockets, which gladly being accepted by some players, and the Pixel is really happy with that. Of course, for me as usual, I'm not going to pay. To me, it's just a matter of getting extra rewards. So be it. I mean, so that's something you're going to learn eventually. You got to have the kind of job to do in the game, and there's just some extras. If not, just leave it with it. All right, so once you finish the tutorial, then you manage to do the jobs, and as you progress further, there'll be more and more extras, container space or the wagons, they call it, and that allows you to do more. And also the mean for them is extra revenue. So this will take some time. I'm going to fast forward this part. So again, back to TrainStation2 in terms of the gameplay. Warehouse spacing I last spoke about. I think the other thing I really want to mention again and again is the 5 building technique, the layers of 5 buildings to the lowest level, so that you can have higher chance of upgrading those. Once you have that 5 buildings laid out, there'll be requests, 4 of them. Fulfill one, there'll be another replace. So constantly you have that at 4 numbers of requests for building upgrades. And why do I say lowest level? Because those are the easiest. After when they've been upgraded a certain level of that buildings or the 5 numbers, I will replace it with the lowest level that you get those special buildings every time from events. So that's why sometimes it's important to get that special building from event itself. So once that's done, you can lay out all the buildings, and then you can do assessments, which is the part that I've talked about, a bit lazy to do. Then with that, you can do your building or warehouse upgrade, and then you go back to keep all the buildings, and you start all over again with the 5 building technique. Right? So that's how painful it is currently. In the past, it wasn't. Doesn't matter whether you lay out buildings or not. Populations are being acquired, given to you in the city that is yours. There will be no dependence on the number of buildings being laid out. So that was the previous time, and this time makes it difficult for us, which for lazy people like me, I wouldn't be bothered to increase the warehouse space for a moment, knowing the fact that building upgrades are not easy to do. Once I've done enough, probably a while later, then I'll lay out all the buildings again and assess. Probably I could do 1 or 2 upgrades, but not fantastic. So probably very near the 9,000. All right, so back to the event itself. After this, there'll be 2 more. Make sure you save up a lot of gold, a lot of parts, a lot of union dollars, and a lot of gems for the next long competitions. I'm really looking forward after this. Hopefully, it's Christmas event. That would be fantastic. Very beautiful trains. Looking forward to. But probably one other long event in between now, which is this event to Christmas, probably, I'm guessing. If not, they may throw in the airport event or the seaport event in between, or some new events. So that's how it works most of the time. But I'm really looking forward to Christmas events because the trains design are really cool. The other thing about the game itself, please do join a union if you're looking for one. Local 6IX, so it's local followed by the numeric 6 and then the I and X. So that's my union. I'm really looking at for active players. If you're keen, you can join us. Otherwise, look for a union your own. The purpose of getting that union is to do union jobs, and then you get union dollars, and that allows the capacity upgrade for the batch trains. All right, so that's something important that we're going to emphasize. I'm quite near to 4,000 event keys, about 175 short. So probably work hard a few more rounds. Should be able to get out to another legendary, and I'm done. 2 legendaries, 1 epic. I think that's the max I could get from every single event. Everything else is really extras because batch trains you already have those commons and rare trains anyways. So on top of that, you got an epic and 2 legendary. I think we basically have a huge fleet after a while. So I'm gathering a huge fleet in India as well. All thanks to sometimes those mini events they ask for spending of metal keys that allows us to generate. I think recently 1 legendary train, so probably missing another 2 or 3 legendary. I could very easily complete the collection in India, and I can say it, every single region we have a complete fleet collection. So that's a long way to go, and of course sometimes it's good to do some housekeeping. I may one day just sell those duplicate trains, but I always want to keep those legendary even though it's duplicate because it's important. You can use it for the automatic collections because of this warehouse that you could deploy those legendaries of higher capacity that allows you to claim more materials without dispatches. Or the other thing I really do hold on to legendary trains is for train upgrades. Sometimes in mini events will ask you for train upgrades, but if you upgrade those trains in the lower region, is so much cheaper. And not forgetting the headquarters, there's always a reward for you, although it's not a lot. The number of legendary trains being upgraded or epic trains, all this account to it. But just imagine having to upgrade legendary in the higher regions is so much painful, whereas compared to the lower region is so much easier. All right, so almost coming towards the end of this video. I'm going to bore you with this again. All right, thank you so much for watching. Good luck. Bye.